Preparing to live stream. Zoom to YouTube. Okay, looks good. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. So this looks good. Third party, get set. Okay, we're ready to go. I think we're getting everybody on board. And we're ready to rumble. Okay, and Sasha, I don't see your face. Good, perfect. All right, and Jake, and Dominique, when he comes back, I guess he'll be set up well. Okay, Daniel, you're set. You found everything. All right, everything is perfect.
Yes.
All right, praise the Lord, as we say.
Absolutely.
Whatever Lord there is. Okay, in anyone's part. Okay, so welcome everyone. Good to see you all in happy spirits. So as I said before, I'm excited about the next part of this semester where we're going to be focusing in on our projects. So I sent out a note, and also Daniel did as well, that I'd like to see everybody do kind of like a short presentation today, a couple of minutes, or what are your projects? And I'll try to even approve it on the spot. Also, what I like about it is we all can see what people are proposing to do. So I'll get to that. And that way, as I mentioned before, you may want to, it's all right if you're doing the same area, for instance, of real estate, or in terms of education, in terms of training, in terms of tutoring, helping people with different conversational models. We'll discuss that, and I'll help you focus in on your project. As I mentioned before, what the goal of this next project is to get everyone in this group to be proficient and an expert on some of these new Gen AI apps and get into more detail and depth, and that you could offer this as a service to certain communities. And you can take this away, and we'll be doing, one of our things is we'll be using Wix as our development website, as our foundation. But of course, this project is going to be more than just creating a website, but getting into different areas. And this is the fun part. And whatever apps that you've stated right now, I see that as just the beginning, because we haven't done enough research and everything is changing. Remember, I talked about Notebook LM last time, right? And what I found out, I tried it again yesterday, and I was feeding in YouTube URLs, and all of a sudden it wasn't accepting it. I don't know if they're being inundated, Google, with its popularity, that all of a sudden they said we can't handle any longer YouTube, just the URLs. So maybe what you need to do is just take the transcript from your YouTubes and then just feed it in. But everything is changing so quickly, which is exciting as well, but it's also people need help. Everyone does. So that's the greatest part of it. Okay, so this is an overview, so I need moderators. Are there any volunteers for class participation to be a moderator today? Do you have any volunteers? Who will?
Oh, I will.
Okay, good. Sasha, and who else? Dylan, did you raise your hand?
Yeah, I can do it.
Perfect. You're great on that. So moderate and let me know what's happening. I'm going to do as I usually do, give you some housekeeping, talk about some things, talk about the exam. We had one exam. We'll talk about the second exam. There were a couple of people that were not here last time, Sebastian, I know, and others. So you may want to now, Sebastian, are you in a group? If you put yourself in a group, Sebastian?
Yeah, I put myself in the group.
Okay, so you're set with your group. Any other issues we'll discuss later. Anything that you need to, I'll see me after class when I shut down the recordings and we can speak personally on different areas that we have. Okay, so let me share my screen. And anything else, and Daniel, please feel free to let me know if I'm missing some things. We'll talk about, right now we'll do our housekeeping chores, as I say. I'm going to open up my part here. I know that we're recording, that's perfect. And now
Notebook seems to accept YouTube now.
it
They
does.
brought it
Okay.
back.
So it's funny, huh? So it may
Yeah.
have been just overwhelmed, you know? So
Yeah.
that's what we need to check each time. I appreciate that. Yeah. So did you try it out, Daniel?
Yeah.
What did you link to it?
An OpenAI O1 introduction video. I wanted to see what
Great.
they'll say about that.
And how was it?
Very good. I'll show you after.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's amazing though, isn't it?
It's very cool.
It's so cool. And just think that's just the beginning.
Yeah.
And this is in test mode. They're going to do a business version. I signed up for that as well. The business version, they're going to do like a business plan for people that have, you know, the Google workspace, which all of you have now, part of the university. So you think that there'll be even more things coming, and just think about all the competitors, right? They're not just going to be sitting there, you know, ChatGPT and Copilot and the others. They're not going to be no one's sitting on their laurels. Okay, so a couple of things here. Let's see on the I guess the what's due section. Let's just check that. Okay, so today is Wednesday, the 23rd. Amazing, isn't it? That next week is the 30th. So let's just do for today's class. Let me just let you know that today we're going to be looking at part one of your final project of your proposals. And we'll talk about that. We have the tech guide of cloud computing that we've talked about before, right? Of all the cloud computing, even our Azure, our VDI, which some of you discussed on your test, the virtual desktop, right? We'll be doing it, of the readings, the assignments, the quizzes that are due. And then these are the readings. I changed a mistake there. So one is cloud computing by AWS. Look at it. The other one is what is cloud computing? And now even the notebook LM, which this conversation now not only listens to a conversation about your resources, as I talked about before, but now under this netbook guide, you can customize it. So for instance, Daniel, when you hear that podcast, you can then say customize and say, let's focus on this part of my sources, not on others. Just like you are adjusting ChatGPT or any of the other conversational parts, you can now customize your notebook guide. And I spoke yesterday, you guys may remember the security director of university, and he was so excited about it. He was using it to discuss, put in links about himself, and then he's now putting it in to Spotify. So he's trying to be a corporate director, and he thinks that this will promote him in terms of a corporate director. So he's not even bragging about himself. It sounds like it's objective, right, Daniel? Like the the podcast is basically promoting him. So these are interesting things that I just wanted you to see. I want each group, once we decide on our website and all, and we're further down the road, I want each group to use this notebook LM and modify and put the link into your website as well in the version. So this is one. Let me just go back to, we had that. We also have, in this case, let me open it up in a new tab. This is one of the cloud computing. Being informed on that is AWS. AWS, in this case, Sebastian, is whom? What is the company? Sebastian.
Is it Amazon?
It's Amazon. What is the most profitable sector in Amazon? Is AWS. You think everybody gets Amazon packages, right? Sebastian, have you ever gotten an Amazon package? Of course, we all do. And it's so easy and to get, to return, right? My door is filled with Amazon packages. But what is really profitable for them is AWS. And that stands for Amazon Web Services. So if I asked in Sasha in the open-ended questions talk about the most popular vendors, this would be one of them, of Amazon services. And what I like about this is they go into what is cloud computing. So I would even basically do this. Later on, you could even create then an LM, right, of a notebook LM and put this in as one of your links. But what is cloud computing is on-demand delivery of IT resources over the internet with pay-as-you-go pricing. So that's the idea, similar to electricity. Dylan, did you have a question?
Yeah, we got a question in the chat. Luke was asking if we're going to go over the exam today.
Yes, we are. For sure. And the way I'm going to go over the exam, Luke, can you tell me, is the curve. Is that what you want, Luke?
Yes, thank you.
Perfect. I'll go over it. Remind me, after I just do this, we'll go over it, right? Because that's important for everybody, isn't it? We got all these numbers and what do they mean? But for sure. And thank you, Dylan, for letting me know. So what is cloud computing? The on-demand delivery of IT over the internet and pay as you go. What does that mean? Luke, what does pay as you go mean?
It means you pay as you go through the process.
Basically go through the resources. How much resources you do, we pay. So let's think about it. We want to do Ninja Trader, right? We don't have Windows machine, right? And we want to have fast processors, right, Luke? How maybe we only want to use it for 1 month. Why should I buy a new computer services, right? Buy fast computation, have large CPUs, maybe even a GPU and an MPU. We'll pay for what we need for a month. That's what they call cloud computing. It's on demand, how we as a company have on demand. Now, all of these things that you can think about is who's using it. Organizations, basically, you can think about, Luke, from the very smallest, let's say me and you go into business, and let's say we are going to be doing some internet language models, Luke. What do we say? Do we want to buy large computers with a lot of memory and hard drive that will be basically software, have computing time? We can start off with Amazon services because what? We pay as we go and it's on demand. And you basically maintain physical data centers and service. You can access technology service such as computing power. One of the things about AI, Luke, is what? It requires huge amounts of power, right? To do all those chat GPTs and all that. Think about it. Storage, Remember external storage, we're gonna have to pay for that. Databases, did we talk about database? We're gonna need large database on as a needed basis for cloud provider. One of those cloud providers is Amazon Web Services. This is great. Who uses cloud computing? Right? Any organization. What's the benefits? Sasha, doesn't this sound like a possible question for the open-ended exam? What are cloud computing? What are the benefits of being agile? What's the idea of agile? That I can move as I go. All of a sudden I say, you know what? I see a real great demand for wealth managers doing financial aid, or I see a great demand for educating the public or how students on how to study for exams, creating multiple choice on our own. And so I can be agile. Elasticity. So in this case, Dylan, what's elasticity mean? It says with cloud computing, you don't have to over provision resources up front to handle peak levels of business activity. What does elasticity mean? That it's going to what? Scale as we grow. So in the beginning, Dylan, we have no customers, then we have 100, then we have 1,000, then we have 100,000, 1,000,000. I can grow. Every time we're growing, Dylan, what happens? I'd say, Dylan, gee, we got to buy new computers. Dylan, we got to buy more storage space. Dylan, we got to buy more. And then you say, Dr. Rush, you know, we're going to deliver it. Who's going to install it? Who's going to take care of it? One of the advantages is elasticity, meaning you can scale your resources up and down. And then guess what? All of a sudden, we may be really busy during Christmas time. And in January, we're slower, so we can reduce our resources. That's elasticity. The other one is cost, that this way I can share with all the data centers with the cloud. I can deploy it pretty easily. And the types of cloud computing, there's infrastructure as a service. What does that mean, Dylan? It means that I can use their dedicated hardware. All the infrastructure, let them take care of it. Platform as a service means, you can put this in your notes, guys. Platform and a service really means like the operating system. Dylan, you remember what operating system needed to work on NinjaTrader? Dylan?
I'm not sure.
Why did we use VDI? Do you have a Mac? Dylan?
Yeah, I do.
Right. Did Windows work on a Mac operating system? No, right? You remember it worked on Windows. And you say to yourself, I don't want to have all our machines do parallel and install also Windows. I don't want to buy, Dylan, another computer with Windows. So what is this? Platform as a service. You tell these cloud computing companies, guess what? I want Windows operating systems. That's platform as a service. And what is it? I want it maybe 1 month every semester. Software as a service. So basically, I don't want to buy the software, have the software installed somewhere else and have them maintain it. So that's software as a service. Just like Microsoft Web Services, like Microsoft, they're operating via the internet. How do I get there? I need to have an internet connection. So you can see that. And what's nice, you can look at all of these before in their documentations, but look at their solutions. Look at that. Build with powerful services and platforms. All the AI companies now are using, for the most part, cloud services. Backup and restore, if you're into blockchain, cloud, content delivery, databases. And you can see this. And also, if you look at it, it's done by industry. It's done by organization. It's done by products. And if you look at the products, you can see. So they have even, you can be certified, like on Amazon Web Services, cloud. Microsoft has another one. So this is the area, both of these links, I want you to go over as preparing you to understand it, plus great idea. Look at this. Would you like, no. What is cloud computing? What are the benefits? What are the cloud deployment types? What are the cloud computing models? Sasha, right? Great questions. You have it right there. Azure is the name of Microsoft's cloud computing company. And remember, we were using Azure when we were doing our Ninja Trader, when we were doing our automated trade systems, we were doing that. And this is a beginner's guide. So this exact same thing, look at that. Cost, performance, speed, productivity, reliability, the types. We can have a public cloud, meaning that everybody can get through the internet. The difference is I have passwords to it, but there could be a number of people sharing the same computer. Here in the private cloud, it is my own organization. Who uses it? Like the Department of Defense. Even though there's leaks all the time, you hear that on the Pentagon report, they at least want to have a private cloud, and a hybrid cloud is some things that are super important for us that we don't want to have any idea of sharing. It could be hybrid, other ones. And here is the same thing. Infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. So these are, and the uses, you can see, to stream, to deliver software, create. This is perfect. And Microsoft and cloud computing. Okay. So we got that part that we see for today. So I work that out again, that you would have that. So on the what's due section, this was for today plus the assignments. What I'm going to be doing is going over your assignments today. The second part is what's due a week from today, which is Wednesday, which is the assignment is a final project, is our project part 2. There'll be 4 parts to our project. This is the second part. We'll also start reading on artificial intelligence, the adaptive assignments in artificial intelligence, and the Wiley quizzes on artificial intelligence. And we'll have that due for Wednesday. Okay. And then under assignment instructions, we had the part 1 talking about what is assignments, showing in this case, creating the group, everybody's done, choosing the theme and your proposals and your apps. One of the things in choosing your apps, this is just the beginning. You're going to have to do a lot more research and go into depth of what apps you will be becoming an expert in and evaluating it to give value, to be almost a thought leader in this area. And the other part is part 2, which is the next part is once I approve it, is setting up your website. First of all, becoming, in this case, our goal is becoming confident with and showcasing generative AI tools that enhance efficient specific sectors, include a mission statement, service descriptions, AI generated logo. You'll do your research and your outcomes. Very nice, Daniel. You see, it's to the point. I like those of bullet points on this, and we can look at that. Let's talk about the tests. Luke, was that your interest? Good. So Luke, we're going to talk about the test. The test, I've opened it up. Do you have access to the test, Luke?
Yes.
Okay, so the tests were in two parts. One was the multiple choice and the other one was the open-ended. The open-ended part 2 counted 20 points. So if you look at that, for instance, if you got 20, right, that's a 90%. And so that's basically a straight curve. But on the multiple choice, it's curved more, and 40 and above is in the division of an A, 30 and above is in division of a B, and 25 and above is C. So that is basically the tentative, that's the tentative curve. I curve at the end. Each part, I think is the entire test is 20%, so each part is 10% of your grade. You got it, Luke? Does that help you? Perfect. So in terms of you have any questions about your grades or how that was distributed, you can see me after class. But that's what you wanted, right? That answers your question, Luke, so we can move on to that. Okay, any other questions that I have? Dylan, is there any other questions on that that I need to address that anybody's put in the
Not
chat?
right now.
Okay, that's the important thing. That's what everybody wants, right? It's basically, even though I wish that we didn't have like the grading, but that's life, right? So this is what everybody's concerned about, and I understand for sure. The other part is the IT audit area. And you see here we have the final group, final project groups. And notice here, once you do your website, your first website that will be free. So if you go to, let me go to wix.com. I have already some sites there. So sites, you can use this Wix if you want to create a new site. You can have the user, you can bring a template and do it all your own, but you can bring ideas to life with AI. I'd start doing the Wix starting with AI just in order, Dylan. You see this? Just in order to see how they're doing it. So you start with the chat, and then it goes through questions. You know, first tell me about your site. What do you want to do? Write your answer, help me answer. And you go through it, and then make sure that you can publish this. Right now, you don't have to even put a credit card in. You can start off with as many Wix sites as you want. This is free. Later on, once we contribute with your class, once we set that up, we will then upgrade to their business model where we will get a domain name. And the domain name is going to be important for us to use for SEO. And as I said before, you could even basically be part of your brand in picking up a good domain name. So you can play around with this. This is kind of, they're trying them to get into AI. Everybody's trying to capture that AI and seeing how it works. Do you have to edit? Of course you do. So you just don't want to accept something as part of the AI just as you are, but it really just starts getting you started rather than starting from scratch. So that is your Wix. And then if I go back here, I can see then this was what Daniel had done. Let's see if it's working. You know, if it Daniel will be interesting is taking that notebook LM and seeing what it will do.
That would be cool. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do that for next time, and then add that link to your spreadsheet to your site. So in this case, this was from last year, helping AI elevate your business. This was created with AI. He has his home about, and you'll have it, our team, you'll be doing your team, what are your offerings, what are your videos, and you can do it in different formats, and then you'll have social media as well, but you can set this up and you can see a lot of this is generated. And when you do an image that's generated, what I like is image generated with, and in this case, he sets his as open with AI. So this is where we are now. So what
Excuse
I'd
me,
like,
Professor.
yes,
So I have a question. Sorry, I
Yeah.
had my hand up, but
okay.
about the grading. So when you say it's, for instance, like 30 or above, you say it consists of a
30
B.
to
What,
30 to, let's say, 39.
yeah, but I mean, like, what does consists of a B mean? Like, is that
That's a
an
B
88?
grade.
Like an 8, what is that, an 87?
I don't know what it is, but anybody
Okay.
that got between, it's curved.
Okay. Well, okay, I was just making sure. I was
It's
just
curved.
wondering what you meant
Yes,
by that.
yeah.
Okay.
It's curved because the highest
So then
score
an
there,
A,
the highest score was 51 on the exam.
okay. So then if it
Okay, so
consists of an
those that
A,
had
is that
51 you consider it's almost like they had it as A plus. Do you know what I mean? And those that
yes, now I understand. Okay.
now
Thank
you
you.
understand? That's
Yeah.
perfect. I appreciate you asking because that's a concern, I'm sure, to everyone. Right? Those are the important questions, right? The other things are to the point, but that's really when people's priorities, that becomes number one. So does that answer your question? So that's it. And then the other
Yes, thank
part,
you.
so it usually, I think for most people, and it depends, the second part is not curved.
Yeah.
So
So
the
like
second,
something, so if it was above a 40, it'd be like a 94 or 95.
yeah. Well, above a 40 would be like a 90, and 51 would be like 100. So it's like 40 to 50, 51. Okay, and if you have any other additional questions, let's do that offline, okay? But you have a feel for it, right? And then the second part is if you got 20 was the maximum, that's 100. And if you can figure on that based on 20 points. Okay, group 1. So what I would like is after you do your draft is to put the URL there. But if I go to group 1, what I'd like to do under proposals is start with each group. I'll start with number 1. Just start off giving me what I'd like you to do under the proposals is tell me what you plan to do, which one is your first one, what you plan to do, and what you do. So let's start with group 1. So who is in group 1?
And Professor, should I mark approved on their thing?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you. So in group 1, we got Michael, Arnav, Antonio, and Jake. So who wants to be the speaker of this? And we want to go quickly through this because I want to go, and also I want everyone else to see what everyone's doing, that maybe you can even, in this case, if there are 2 groups, you can help each other, those 2 groups, and you say, hey, we found this, we worked on this. You can even use each other as resources. So who's going to do that? Group 1. Quickly, I need this.
So I can start.
Okay.
So basically what we decided to do is a real estate company about AI.
Okay.
The first one we will be called Real Estate AI Corporation. Our aim is to disrupt how business has conventionally been done in the real estate industry, personalizing property matches and hastering transactions and improving marketing knowledge with AI technology. We attempt to enable brokers, buyers, and sellers with data-driven tools that make decisions.
Okay, so let me just interrupt you, Antonio. So the question is, Antonio, Who is this gonna be? Is it gonna be for all? Is it gonna be for brokers, real estate agents, investors, buyers? Who's it gonna be for? Your company?
So we were trying to do it open for most of the people, and like we don't want to be focused only in one, like only buyers. We want like everyone, like brokers, buyers, and sellers that are gonna be able to use these tools. That will help them to the decision making to be easier.
I believe she's frozen. If you'd like, you could keep explaining what it is to me.
Oh yeah, so basically, we have like some examples of the tools that we are gonna use, and the real estate AI company could provide and include a property valuation model for exact pricing and predictive analytics for the identification of market trends.
And do you have like AI tools that you could use that you've looked at a little bit?
Like we didn't look that much, like if I'm honest. I still like working on that.
Actually, I got a couple that we could use. For one, we have a Zillow API, and they just have an abundance of data on real estate, like real estate data, and they
Is that
automate.
paid?
Sorry,
Is that paid or free?
it's I don't know. I was just researching like which ones to use.
Like, because that to me sounds like Zillow just offers access to their data.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay,
But
so you
also,
would use like like an AI program to analyze that data or
yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
Seems a little broad in scope. Go for the next idea.
For the next one, I did like virtual staging AI. It's free, and it allows agents to create interactive virtual tours for like properties.
Okay, you think that's feasible to use?
Yeah, I
All right.
think.
Well, it is your project. Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
do. What about proposal 2?
For proposal two, it's WMAI Solutions, and it's a wealth management tool. And our mission is to remove the hassle of tasks by automating many of the operations a company must do. And we can also provide financial insights as well as personalized client relation experiences.
Okay.
And to use different tools we'd be using would be like ChatGPT, Alter YX, and Wealthfront AI tools, specifically like Robo Advisor. And all of these really like make it more like personalized for the client in real time too. So yeah.
And who is the client in this case, generally speaking?
Well, it's for the wealth management firm's clients.
Okay. And out
So
of the 2 ideas that you have here, do you have a preference on which one you would want to do?
uh, I'm pretty sure we're picking like the real estate one. I think that's a bit better for us.
Sure. It sounds to me like it's going to be very complicated to do, but if you think it's feasible, then I like it.
Okay.
You want to keep it, you guys hear me?
Yeah.
You want to keep it simple. So
Okay.
that's my only thing, because you want this to be finished that somebody can use it. You can
Okay.
say in the next session, you say, and in future work, this is what we plan to do.
Okay.
But for all our purposes here, that's what we want to do.
Okay.
Okay?
Right.
Next. So that's what I would do. If you wanted to do the real estate, or maybe you want to concentrate on one area.
Like a specific area of real estate.
Area, or what I would say, like just investors. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. What's next?
Group 2,
What's next? Who's next?
it is Julian, Eduardo, Robert, Ethan, and Camden.
Do we have you?
I see some of the people in the meeting.
Really?
You guys ready? Did we skip them and go to group 3?
Yep.
Group 3, Dalton and JC.
Okay.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Hello.
I'm gonna let JC do the first one,
Yeah,
our
I
first proposal.
start with our first proposal is a resume company that kind of has a lot of tools to help build your resume. It can help, it's for students and potentially recruiters, but there's just a lot of tools that can help with your template. One of the AI products helps specifically with your like word choice, and then yeah, another one is kind of
And
a
how
step
many did you find,
further.
JC? How many?
How many?
Some of
What?
those apps.
Sorry, one more time.
How many apps did you find so far?
3.
Good. Okay. The thing I would suggest is maybe you want to do it a little bit. Think about getting a job or getting a job. And then this is one of the areas that you'll focus in first. And then say later, we may then do other parts of the hiring process. And that is what I like to use AI is for practicing the interview.
Okay.
Yeah, we were gonna expand it into, all those aspects,
Yeah.
kind of whole job interview process, just starting
Yeah.
with getting resume made, going
And
into
then you
interview,
could do that
follow-ups
rather
and
than
everything like that.
perfect. So I like that one. What was the second one? That was your favorite?
That was our favorite, and then the second one was it's basically like a mental health AI thing. We called it MindMate. It basically uses the power of artificial intelligence because a lot of people are scared to admit they have mental health issues, so it's a lot easier talking to like a
Yeah.
bot rather than a real person face to face, although they can like
Or
provide a lot of the same information.
it's not even a substitute for a therapist, but I see it as an adjunct to a therapist as well. You can do the homeworks and have it 24/7. I like them both. But if you did the mental health or anyone else want to do the mental health, I would do like mental health of university students, kind
Okay.
of the thing,
A niche.
or a niche of it. That where are you different? Because there's a whole bunch of mental health, but what is it about? And even freshmen versus before tests and things like that. I like them both. I'm going to approve both. You decide today which one you want to pursue and let me know. But you can put in, Daniel, that I'm approving both. Which one do you like?
I like them both. We'll just do like a toss up.
Yeah, do a toss up. They can be both. And if somebody else wants to take it, since there's the two of you, if there's somebody else that wants to take either one, can or either, because I think you can use both. Who couldn't use help me with my stress, and who couldn't use help with hiring, in your resume. So I think they're both valuable. You got great ideas. Okay, next group is group what, Daniel?
Next group is group 4.
Okay, and who is that?
That would be Elena, Shane, Ethan, Caleb, Jasper, and Amelia. That's a very large group.
Yeah. So that's
I can start with proposal 1.
okay.
So basically our name was going to be Career Compass, and it was supposed to be using AI technology to seamlessly connect with career opportunities for like students. So it's basically will bridge the gap between education and employment. And we wanted to use AI as a way to like provide details about how to make resumes and maybe job searches that align with people's skills and everything.
So a little bit similar to what JC and Dalton had.
Yeah, similar idea.
Okay, so what's the difference between you're going to be like Career Center more broad?
Yeah, we were looking to like also have like um video content that like provides tutorials and career tips and story like success stories on other people's job opportunities.
Also, what I'd say, the same thing to JC, what I do, I think it'd be great is to do rehearsals.
Yeah.
Interviews. I think you could really use a lot of those chat GPTs and others and create like templates. And even you can use more of the advanced, like chat GPT plus to allow you to have almost like your own style and give them their tips and tricks on their own style. So everybody sees what I want. I want this project to be real and it be doable. And some of you with the finance part is that it be doable rather than too complicated, but that you get in depth with it. How many people do you have, Elena, in your group?
Our group was 5 before. I don't know if someone's joining. It was
5.
Oh yeah, our original group was 5.
And now what is it? I would prefer to have 4 in a group.
There's 6 names listed on the.
Yeah,
on the
so that's
thing.
way too many. So if you want to take that group and divide it up in 3 and 3, or have maybe a couple of those people maybe join JC and Dalton, since they're doing kind of the same, but 6 is way too many. 5 is even too many, in my opinion. 4 or less. Okay. So you decide on those, and then they need to, by today, the end of the day, you have to reach out of those 2, have to reach out, or 3 and 3, divide them up into 2 groups, part A and part B. And maybe they can do certain things. One can do more of the interviewing, the other parts of Career Center, something like that. Okay, next. What's the next group? Daniel.
The next group is group 5. It's Clark, Nikita, Duncan, and Connor.
Okay.
We had a second proposal. Is it still necessary to speak about it?
What was the second?
So the second proposal, the company's name would be TutorBot, and the mission statement would be to empower students through personalized AI-driven tutoring that not only helps customize and enrich the student's experience, but also bring affordability and flexibility. So this approach would make education more accessible to unlock the learner's full potential and attain their academic goals. So I think that this idea would probably thrive in like low-income areas because some people can't really afford tutors and hourly rates. But if you had an application that used AI, it would be more affordable and it would probably allow other people to.
I like that too. What I even like is to do almost tutoring and study aids. And you could even use it as a university and use an example, use your own classes. You understand?
Yeah, you're cutting off a little bit for me. I don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can.
Good.
I think it's your internet, Amelia.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think it's my internet.
Yeah, mine. So, Emilio, you can decide. I'll approve both, but I'd like on the tutoring more to do it on students helping students, university students helping university students, and then using some of the aids to help with study guides, almost like that Notebook LM or even Chat GPT or some of the other ones, creating even Call Annie, helping with topics, helping with creating multiple choice questions and being like a flashcard kind of thing. Does Emilio hear me? Daniel, do you hear me?
Sounds good.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I think my connection's really unstable, but I heard that.
Okay. So you decide, and maybe if you have a group of 6, then divide it up. 1 in the Career Center and 1 in university. Maybe you could call it tutoring, and not only tutoring with AI,
If you guys do divide it up, also make sure to make a new group folder.
Right. I like that. Divide it up. Next, what group?
Next group is group 5. It's Clark, Nikita, Duncan, and Connor.
Okay.
Yeah, so for ours, basically our preferred idea, we wanted to do like a tutoring idea like based business. We were planning on naming it Bright Minds Tutoring, and our mission would be that we're a consulting company that's focused on tutoring students in all courses to further understand to enhance their understanding of like whatever they're learning utilizing AI technology, since like a lot of school stuff is clearly like based on technology now or based around it. And our choices, like applications that we're thinking of doing, was ChatGPT, Notebook LM, and Question AI.
Yeah, I'd even start with those and more, but I would focus it on university students and use the example of business classes.
Okay.
Even you're welcome to even use this class
Okay,
as
perfect.
a way, and you can even use it for the next exam to prepare for the next exam and create more chapter questions and put it in a notebook. So
Okay.
those are ways in which I would do it. And it's fine if someone else starts to doing it, they can do other ones. And even if they use the same apps, they're coming at it from a different angle.
Okay.
But it's basically helping university students to basically study and tutor. And I'd start off with the courses that you know and reuse it. Use it as reusability. So those ways in which you do it, they can help you and other students. Once you have your website, they can go to your site and you can be their tutor for our class for the next exam.
Okay.
And then you can put them in. Okay, next. What's the next? So we're keeping with that, Nikita, or do you want me to tell
Well,
me?
there is a second idea if you
What's the
guys want.
second idea?
It was a company called Next Step Careers, which like focuses on helping students get a job in their preferred field, and like that suits their needs and skill set using AI technology as well.
Similar to what you did before. So
Yeah.
what's your preference?
We were gonna use ChatGPT, resume.co, and JobSkin.
Okay, so start from it. And then
Which idea do you prefer?
I don't think we necessarily had a preferred, but maybe the tutoring one. I don't know.
Okay. So let's
We did have a preferred one.
I think they're both good ideas. I'll let you choose. I'm going to approve both of them. But I want it to be real. So in those cases of if you're going to do the careers, use yourself as examples. And even if the way in which the hiring, have one person basically, you can have the AI be the interviewer and yourselves being the interviewee, and actually showing it and evaluating it. Right. What's next, Daniel?
Next group is group 7. There doesn't seem to be a group 6. Johan, Rhett, Frankie, Luke, and Sebastian.
So how many are there?
That's 5.
Yeah, it's getting much, but let's hear their ideas.
Our ideas are our first one's called Fin AI Solutions, which is basically a consulting company that helps asset managers use AI to help with portfolio management and making data-driven decisions. Our goal is to simplify AI adoption for asset management firms. I know that it's already occurring today. Provide like them with the tools and like knowledge of how to use those tools to implement this into their workflows and everyday processes. This is just going to help them with having better investment strategies and just allowing them to be more efficient with their time. Our tools that we're going to use for this are ChatGPT, a tool called AlphaSense, and then another one called Kensho, which help with data analytics and also reporting as well.
Okay. Are they available?
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
For you to use?
I'm pretty sure.
Well,
Yeah.
that's gonna be my criteria, whether I approve it. Johan, is the idea, can you gain access, full access to it? Because if
Yeah,
there's
you
a
can do
paywall
trials.
there, what?
You can do trials with the technology.
Okay, so you want to check how long the trial is because you want the trials to work as long as the semester.
Yeah.
So you want to do it at like a 30-day, at least a 30-day trial.
All right.
Okay. And
Then
what's
our
the second one?
Yeah, our second one's the same sort of idea, but helping wealth management firms with client communication. So this is helping like clients be more informed.
In the same in finance. Is
Yeah,
that?
in finance.
Oh, so so the client side, and how many do you
Yeah.
have? You have 5?
Sorry? We
You
have five. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe in 5, maybe you want to divide it up and have like the client side and the manager side, the management side.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, and if you want to be together, but you'll have 2 websites. You know
Yeah.
what I mean, and then say, and maybe even you could work on both of them together, but you have 2 websites, one on the management side and one on the client side.
All right.
And it could be like the same company, but we have our client, you know, like say this is our subsidiary of our client, and this is we're focusing in on the management.
Sounds good.
Okay, next, what group?
Next group is group 8. Jared, Benjamin, Ashton, Aaron, Dominic, Sienna. There's too many. There's
How many?
6.
Okay, so we'll have 2 groups, or we can have it. Okay, so what are they?
Now, I believe my group is just
I
me,
told the guy, you don't know, I don't have money.
me, Ashton, Aaron, and Benji.
So
Yeah,
you
but
have, you got
More people are on the thing then.
Oh, okay. I guess people added themselves, but the
Yeah,
group that we
so-
decided was just
okay.
How
those
many,
4.
what's our capacity total?
it's 4 is the maximum, 3 is ideal. So you can divide it up into 2 phases or not, but more than 4 is too many.
Okay.
Okay, so what are the ideas, Jared?
Okay. Here, Ashton, you want to start us off with the idea?
Yeah, so our idea is Real Visio AI. Our mission for Real Visio AI is that the company aims to enhance real estate operations by 1, leveraging AI-powered tools to streamline processes, 2, improve client engagement, and 3, optimize property management. Our goal is to support real estate professionals, which is our target audience, by offering solutions that increase efficiency, generate better leads, and provide immersive client experiences.
Okay,
And-
those lofty goals. So what kind of apps do you think about?
No, so some AI tools that we were going to use would be the first tool, which is Matterport. It's called. It's basically a special camera where you can
Yeah, I
do
know
you can make virtual property tours, like 3D property tours.
Uh-huh.
And it provides the potential buyers and renters with a detailed interactive experience of properties, reducing the need for in-person visits and helping real estate agents qualify serious leads more quickly. The only issue that we found with that is that it's rather expensive, but I think it's a good advance. It's a good investment. It's $6,000
Have you
for
used
that.
it, Jared?
So I do work in a brokerage, and we do use it. Yeah,
Maybe you
time
can
to time
show
we do
it
use
that.
it.
Okay, so maybe then you can show it in terms of actually, because you want to actually show it. You know what I mean? And I know that it's expensive.
Yeah, no, you could find them. You could find them like even on Zillow. People use that special camera, and you could just use it yourself with a link.
Okay, and what else are
And-
you going to be using?
And for the second tool, we're going to use ChatGPT for real estate CRM integration, which is customer relationship management. And the purpose of this is just to have an automated customer service and lead management. And the use would also be to automate responses to client inquiries, schedule viewings, and follows with potential leads via email or text. It also helps agents manage and prioritize leads more effectively, increasing conversion rates.
Okay, and the third?
And the third, for the target use case, we are real estate. So our business type would to tailor to real estate agencies focusing on residential properties, aiming to increase lead conversions, enhance customer service, and improve property showcase methods.
Okay, so this is the second idea, or this is the second app, the third app?
No. So I just that was our first proposal.
Okay.
Seems they only had two choices, two tools, but I mean, I'm sure
Yeah,
they can
but
find another.
You'll find others, and also you can basically even think that, would be interesting, I think too, a lot of times I was thinking about, Jared, is like for open houses, you could stream the open house.
I was thinking about a tool that would make like if you were to want to do in-person visits, just an easier AI tool to help
Right,
set
but
those
even
up.
you can think about it like using YouTube, that you can have somebody there, and then you could broadcast live to
Right.
YouTube even, I think, and then almost do like an open house, a virtual
Yeah.
open house where you basically could even have customers there. But when you have an open house, you're not by yourself. Why just be to yourself? You could even have, like, for student housing, right? The number
Exactly.
of even foreign students, their parents could see before they even came what kind of house. So I would add that.
Yeah, I'm gonna look around for a
Yeah,
company that I
even
can
you
find.
could even use like taking in and doing like a Zoom, right? And having your rather than doing a FaceTime, this you could basically then broadcast live, and you could have others come in as you're doing your walkthrough through the house, and then you could use things off the shelf. So you could even use Zoom and doing like what we do live to YouTube, live to Facebook.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna note that for sure. Yeah.
But to show people, even to show realtors how you do that. And then later on, you could even package it together that we can send out people to help you, or remotely we can help you on the side if you're in a location. Okay,
Got
fine.
it.
Did you guys like that one more than the second one?
What was
Yeah,
this?
no. So the first proposal was definitely we like that a lot more. But if you want us to present for the second proposal, Benji can do that for you.
But if you like the first one, I'll go with the first one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
we also
I
have
prefer the
another group to
first.
get to. So.
Yeah, we like that one.
Okay.
I like that one, but the thing is, you're six. In that case, you may then divide it up. What was the second?
I mean, no, we started with 4 people.
Okay, but
another 2 just like came
put themselves
along.
in. So in coming along, maybe you can put with the second idea. What's the second idea?
Benji, you got it?
Energy?
Yeah.
What's the
Our second idea is called Market Minds Corp, which empowers marketing teams by integrating AI tools that drive campaign effectiveness, enhance audience targeting, and boost content creation. So just to put it simply, because I know we're short on time, we use AI tools to create content instead of like actual hiring content creators.
Yeah.
And we use like ChatGPT for
right, and then there's
audience
a lot
segmentation.
Of others. There's a lot in marketing using that for black. I like that either. So with the 6, no matter what you said there before, Jared, is I like both. So divide up the group to both of them. I like it in terms of that's an important skill, and no one else, everyone's using that. You can't be in a marketing agency if you're not going to be using AI tools, and you're not going to be effective enough, and you're not going to be competitive enough. Okay, what group was that, Daniel?
That was group 8, and then group 6, it was just out of order, but I fixed that. Group 6 is Maria, Amanda, Sam, and Sasha. You guys able to present?
If they're not ready, group 2 can go.
No, we can go.
Okay.
So we have our first one as next gen marketing. Our mission is to empower businesses by crafting innovative marketing strategies that drive growth and engagement, and to understand our clients' unique needs and leverage data-driven insights to deliver impactful solutions that resonate with their audience, and enhance brand value. And our solution is our company provides targeted educational programs that are focused on effective AI adoption in marketing. We emphasize the use of AI tools such as HubSpot for inbound marketing strategies, MailChimp for automated email campaigns and Canva for content creation and design. Our approach empowers businesses to make informed decisions about these tools, fostering a culture of innovation and efficiency in their marketing efforts.
I like it. What's the second one?
It's the Intel Estate AI Corp. It's for like the real estate. And then it's committed to transforming the real estate industry by equipping professionals with cutting-edge AI tools to optimize workflows, enhance property management, and improve client engagement. Our mission is to simplify AI adoption, enabling real estate businesses to leverage technology efficiently without overwhelming complexity. We believe in using AI to unlock actionable insights, automate operations, and provide seamless customer experiences. And then we picked Reonomy AI, a real estate data platform powered by machine learning, helping agents discover market trends, analyze investment
Are they
opportunities.
free, Sasha?
Sorry?
Are they, can you get into those? Have you looked at, is it free or?
I'm pretty sure I'm not
Pretty sure it's not enough, right? So you want to make
think
sure that.
so.
Yeah, I was looking into those AI tools, and we were able to get into like Reonomy, and then the Zillow Zestimate is kind of similar to what the second group had. So maybe we're gonna look for a different tool to like.
Yeah, different tools. And then you even can use like the chat GPTs and other of the plus to basically hone in and give them a way of what kind of prompts you want them to do. So you almost can give them, set up their own prompts. They can rename their prompts and give them ideas. I like both of them. Which one you have 4 people?
We have 3, I think.
Three,
You guys seem to have 4 according to the thing.
So
well, we haven't met with our 4th one, so.
Let me make sure then. Maria, Amanda, Sam, and Sasha.
Okay.
That's what it says.
Okay, so anyways, I like both. Which one do you want?
I mean, I think maybe the marketing one,
We can
right?
approve both and then you can
Yeah, but
choose later.
I like the marketing for you guys.
Okay, marketing.
Yeah, we prefer the marketing one.
I like the marketing ones, and you can use Canva and the others, and it's useful. And people are needing to have it and needing to be specific, and you can make it like a training module. We'll teach you these, we'll put some videos online, but if you need personal one-on-one, or we can do on Zoom, we can do Zoom webinars, do Zoom sessions for marketeers.
Okay.
I like it.
Thank
Perfect.
you.
And then you can do a connection to Zoom, and you can say every week we'll even invite professionals from these companies to give demos. That's nice too. You can reach out to them. And then also marketeers, you can reach out. And also even, what are you looking for? You can reach out and say, what are you looking for in your new hires? What kind of skills do you want? So I think that's great for you guys. Okay, what other, we have
Last one is team 2.
team 2, Pam?
Yeah.
Julian, Eduardo, Robert.
So I'll try to go quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So our first proposal is AI Insights Consulting. So we want to provide data-driven solutions to small businesses and try to optimize their decision-making processes. It's kind of like a AI consulting firm, which we will specialize in predictive analytics and business intelligence services, and try to help organizations improve their operational efficiency, customer satisfaction, and market forecasting. The AI tools we will use IBM Watson Analytics to use for advanced data analytics or analysis and business insights. Our second, Tableau with AI integration, which is for visual analytics and interactive dashboards, so that you can see all the corporations' analytical data. And then H2O AI for scalable machine learning and artificial intelligence applications. The target use for this is for retail financial services and healthcare companies. I can elaborate a little bit on that for retail.
Maybe what I would do, Cam, is with those are valuable. Maybe what I would do is start off in one sector rather than being so broad. Rather than health retail, choose a sector and say it's for that. And then later on, you can say, Cam, later on we'll move to healthcare and the others. But take a sector that you know a little bit about.
Right,
Also,
right, yeah.
Also, Watson is very
Um,
difficult, and last semester there was someone who tried to use it and they were not successful. So
Yeah. So this is,
okay, well, we'll
look
go
at,
by what we see when we use these AI tools and see which ones
yeah, and
are worth
what's your
using.
second one?
I'll explain the
Um,
proposal too.
yeah,
Okay.
Robert.
So it's we called it Smart Ops AI Solutions. It's pretty much focusing on automation, optimization services for manufacturing logistic companies. It's enhancing supply chain management and reducing operational costs and to improve process efficiency. We're thinking about using UiPath for the RPA, the robotic process automation and workflow, or Amazon SageMaker for building, training, deploying the machine learning models, and TensorFlow for creating the custom AI models for the predictive maintenance and process optimization.
And Robert, do you have background in this?
What do you mean?
In terms of this is a pretty heavy duty area to bring examples to.
Oh, well, I've done some work for my dad before,
Okay,
so
I think you told me that, right? Doesn't he have, I think you've done that. So the question is the rest of your group able to help you on that? I think the first one I think is more generic for the group, but if I approve both of them, but it's the idea what is going to be of interest to the other people in your group.
well, this group is also 5 people, so they can
Okay.
split.
Okay, so you can split on that. So if it's 5, I would split. So Robert, really, when you've worked with your father on that, you may want to take someone else or 2 other people on that. And then the analytics side, you can even, a lot of the analytics you could do, in this case, Cam, you could even do like Copilot for even Excel that you could show in terms of analytics. I would start with that even, the Tableau and the Excel, and maybe not even the Watson, and do, Office 365 with Copilot and see how that can help in terms of the AI.
Professor,
Yes.
I was going to ask you, would there be any exceptions for 5 people if that was the initial amount for the other initial group assignments?
What I would want to do is then have in a way that it'd be maybe do part A and part B, Amelia. So you have 5 to begin with in your group?
Yeah, we originally
So-
had 5. So you just want us to split the project into Group A and Group B?
Group A and Group A. What is you, remind me again, what are you doing?
Well, we were into 2 different proposals. One was making job applications a lot more convenient, and then the other one was tutoring for university students. So we're still in between.
Which one do you, even with tutoring, you could do, if, I don't even mind 5, if you have each person doing another app.
Oh, if each one does another app?
Each person, because I don't want it, the problem what I have with 5 people is that you tend to have, like, let's say 2 or 3 people work on the project and the other 2 are kind of like on the side. And
What if each one's equally engaged?
well, equally engaged, doing equal amounts in terms of the apps. That you don't have like 3 people doing the apps and 2 other people say, oh, I did my team, I showed our pictures and did something like that. So if you're really happy with the 5 people and you work together well with the 5 people, is broaden it a bit than if you would do 2 people. And which one are you
sounds
choosing?
great.
Emilio, which one are you choosing?
We haven't discussed it in the group yet, but I think that it would probably be the first one.
Which is what?
The one that was related to job applications, making it easier for students to find jobs.
Okay, so I would then spread that out to not just job. What does that mean, job application? Filling out a job application? What does that mean, job application? I would put it more on, maybe on seeking job seekers, university job seekers, and look at that journey of what they have to do in terms of revenue, resumes, in terms of hiring, in terms maybe of internships, in terms of getting them prepared for an interview, something like that, rather than just job applications.
Yeah, I think I was just paraphrasing it, but if I look right now, it was more with job searching and resume building, actually.
Yeah, but the whole process, basically,
Okay.
in the beginning, for university students, what do you look for? And then you maybe can even propose bringing in the some of the recruiters or those in charge of hiring. What types of skills do they want in terms of AI?
Okay.
But when they
Yeah,
do
that sounds
that, you
sounds
know
great.
what are the most popular? How do they want? There's not going to be a company in the future that just says, "Oh, guess what? I know nothing about Gen AI and I can't work with it." It's almost like we're going to hire you because you can work with Gen AI applications, and which ones can you do, and show us what you can do. So I would broaden it. If you can get everyone assured that everyone is going to take an active role and getting into apps, you may have two people looking at one app, one other person too. It's like that. If you can do like team management, that's fine.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you again.
My pleasure. Anything else that I need?
I can do the attendance code, Professor. Some people are.
Okay, so fine. So do the attendance code. You want to just
8865.
8865 for the attendance code.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Apologize for all our internet, and thank you, Daniel, for taking over with the
Of course.
internet. That's why we help each other. Stay
We
with
got
me.
it done.
Yeah, we got it done. We know it, right? I have issues, right? And I have my digital twin here on the scene too, if you notice. Okay.
Yeah, what is that? The other computer?
Right, my other computer that finally came up. So anyways, that's it. So so you want to stop recording? Do you have
What's the code again for the attendance?
8865.
Thank you.
And Rhett, you have a question? Sometimes people are on and
Thank you.
You're welcome. Johan, did you get it? Rhett, are you set?
Sam? I can't end the live stream, by the way, Professor.
Okay, I'll have to, let me see.
Yeah, I actually do have